Brighton have done it again. Another top wonderkid, another top level talent, another impressive Premier League footballer. But this time it's the Argentine. On loan in the East Midlands is Facundo Buonanotte. He's undoubtedly been Steve Cooper's best player. He's Leicester City's leading individual in goal contributions and has established himself as one of the first names on the team sheet for the Foxes. So let's discuss how good he really is, why this is the perfect loan for the teenager, what he's all about, similar profiles to him in the footballing world, his areas to improve and more. Firstly, let's look at his role in the Leicester City system. Facundo is a mix between a right-hand sided player and a number 10. He loves the right half spaces and that's where he thrives the most. Throughout the season, the roles around the team have altered, but the shape remains the same. Cooper ideally wants his right back to push and hold width, as you can see here with James Justin. So the Argentine moves inwards to the space he enjoys most, maintaining that 3-2-5 shape that most teams play whilst with the ball. But after around the 8-game mark, it became begrudgingly clear to Steve Cooper that the Ghanaian wonderkid Abdul Fatawu had to start after his man of the match performance versus the Saints. So after the late triumph for the St Mary's, he started Fatawu since, essentially using Ricardo Pereira inverting into midfield to join Harry Winks in a pivot, just like Enzo Maresca did last season. But the role of Buonanotte hasn't changed too much, simply because his performances warrant his talent to occupy these areas. This is truly the perfect loan for the 19-year-old. The question that probably looms around is, why is he on loan? Well, Brighton have a lot of depth, a lot of quality in their midfield and attack, and the Argentine would be wasted on the bench every week when in reality he needs experience and game time. To have the platform to improve, brush upon areas of his very raw skill set in English football, Leicester, a lower Premier League move, gives him the opportunity to step up as a player, become a key part to their attempt for survival and establish himself as a Premier League footballer. And it's working. He's gaining recognition and plaudits from everyone, even other top clubs and the Argentina national team. So the player that he is, he's left-footed, creative, silky, tricky dribbler that's incredibly difficult to stop in his stride with the ball. He somehow, yes somehow, seems to find a way through his opponents on most attempts at taking it by them. He's relentless, truly excellent in tight spaces, whether that's winning a foul, which he has done a lot, or escaping and running away with the ball. His quick feet and superb agility allows him to turn away fast from a player, paired with his outstanding and extreme ability to change his speed whilst dribbling with the ball. This is very difficult to defend against and anticipate because it's very well hidden and disguised, similar to Bernardo Silva in this department. Further touching on disguised actions, his passing and creativity is too. It's hard to read. He hardly takes too long or massively alters his frame to make a dangerous pass, which is a very useful tool in baiting defenders away from a Leicester attacker. So the left foot of his is really dangerous, as we've said. He's effective from set pieces, setting up 2 goals already from a free kick and a corner. His dribbling is definitely his most impressive trait, but off the ball he does cover good ground and isn't a bad ball winner at all. Often for Leicester City and Brighton sometimes, we've seen him recover the ball nicely and create a quick turnover for Leicester to get forward with, commonly see him carry the ball some distance before either letting a shot off or laying it off to a teammate. With his ball carrying, he's always looking to be progressive, but prefers to pick the ball up on the edge of the box and uses skills to formulate a chance for his team by taking on an opposition 1v1. His 1v1 abilities have definitely improved a lot since his loan spell. He's gained a lot of confidence in taking his man on and always uses body feints and step overs, which we saw to perfection in his match-winning strike against high-flying Bournemouth, leaving his fellow Argentinian for dead. You can see here he uses a slight shimmy, teasing Marcus Zanetti to commit and create the space for himself to use his left foot and smash it into the roof of the net. A great example of how he utilises the right half spaces to the best of his abilities. His skillfulness, Use of frame, ability to hit a shot from far, tease an opponent 1v1 and turn with pace and disguise reminds me massively of Philippe Coutinho at Liverpool. Both are similar in the sense that when they break into their full stride with the ball, they are so difficult to stop when they're in their rhythm. We can see this here in full flow at Ipswich. He beats 4 players here, and when you expected him to lose it when Morsi and Burgess close the gap to him, he nutmegs the Egyptian, takes Dara O'Shea out the picture as he expected him to shoot, and then takes a shot on to the left with Muric in goal. But this is a fine example of the talents that he holds with the ball. In terms of his positional discipline and overall preference, he's similar to Cole Palmer in this aspect, in relation to dominating that space outside the opposition box, having the freedom to roam in those spaces, playmake, tease, take a man on, but have a player either side of you for support purposes. But in being such a talented individual at such a young age, there are obviously going to be weaknesses to your game, from the lack of experience and to being so raw. His decision making is very inconsistent. Sometimes it's the timing of the pass, sometimes it's the choice of the pass, sometimes it's consistency in the final third. I think you get the picture. We see here against Nottingham Forest, he gives the ball away poorly from Ryan Yates' opener of the game, along with James Justin being incapable of clearing football properly. And although he is a tricky type player, he does give the ball away fairly often, which is okay as long as you're getting it right more than you're getting it wrong. But these mistakes would be more frustrating for Leicester City fans, as I don't see as much of the ball in games and much success of it. But this is why he's on loan. Zerbi and a lot of Brighton supporters saw this. He's young, he's raw, and a loan at a good level will give him the platform to see his game better, read the play to a higher degree, gain a better understanding of the league itself, but his know-how of his actions and how that impacts a team is very important. Playtime without the huge weight of expectation is what he needed in an environment where he can make mistakes, learn, rise and step up to be a key performer, taking his confidence back to sky high when he returns to Brighton next season. Thank you for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, make sure to smash a like and subscribe. Feel free to check out other videos if you fancy so, and I'll see you guys next time.